Sarah and the story that I've been telling is kind of getting away from all this stuff, because in this story, it seems that maybe around 2018, there was someone that knew that either they were deciding to leave something to Sarah and her family, with her children, and people do that, and it's like an intelligence all together to put their hands into something, and they figured this is preparation to this. But because of greedy people that's been stealing for years, after this person passed away, maybe 2, 3, maybe up to 8 people, I'm thinking 6, but maybe 8 people left this child stuff, great or small. And people that knew about this stuff, that had access to these imaginary accounts called bank accounts, they will steal this stuff. In their little baby foreheads, these imaginary numbers with this imaginary stuff that's called money, which are really t-shirts. They feel like, oh, we want all the cotton, we want all the money, we want all the t-shirts, and we're just going to take it. They don't know that this is where if you're getting anything over maybe $10,000, other people want to steal.
At the next light, turn left.
And that's just what they've been doing. Stealing assets, money, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A demon is a demon. That's evil. And there's no way in peace that what you already have is too expensive. It's still yet not enough. You have to destroy someone else to feel good about yourself, because you're what? Demonic. Say it with me. Greedy, demonic, entity. Now, imagine putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Say you become sick, and you want to leave something to someone you feel that you think will manage or stop. This is your decision.
At the light, turn left onto West Pylon Avenue.
Some greedy dogs disrespect you and take your stuff and give it to sluts, drug addicts, drug dealers, dirty cops, dirty judges, dirty officials, dirty humans, people that don't have nothing to do with nothing, that ain't doing nothing right, they're thieves. And they're sitting here acting self-righteous, knowing they probably have poisoned you to get you off. How would you feel if someone said to them, when they sped up your death, caused you to be sick, knew that you wrote a will for who you wanted to manage whatever you wanted, and then turned around and dispersed it amongst demons and horrible people and thieves and liars and prostitutes? The money you stole real good and really wanted it to go to a certain person or a certain group, and these people come and just toss it any old kind of way, just do whatever they wanted to do. What would you do? You probably toss over your grave and stay alert enough to just cuss everybody out. Just cuss them out every chance you get. You just want to let them have it for being so disrespectful. You would curse their existence probably, because although your body may rest, your spirit may still be watching all of this, going, how dare they take the money that I stole and wanted to correct my wrong and do the right thing for once in my life, and make it to someone that I knew would correct my wrong and do the right thing to cleanse my path. And these demons steal it and disperse it amongst themselves.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Northmead Avenue.
been where a bunch of older men that knew they were
Turn right onto North Mead Avenue.
and were aware of their own children or someone else's children that were inside of some type of group, some type of situation, some type of legal thing. Like you said, these were children of slaves. And the parents had left. They were not passing maybe due to doping. You know, you call your parents retarded or something of that nature. They're slowing down their children. They're not acting right. Well, back in the day, for those who don't know, and this one, Sarah is aware that they were experimenting on people. Healthcare, regular checkups, they were giving all these different shots in the 50s, 60s, and 70s to the children and the parents. They had all kinds of experimental things popping out, all kinds of different variations from the other kids. This was somewhere along the way, parents were not very or maybe they even paid for some of this, or got paid to be in the maybe these drugs were given to people to fuck with them. And if they agreed to it for money, hold them free. Okay? They $1,000. They expect you to bring your next niece, nephew, grandchild.
In 600 feet, turn left onto West Schubert Avenue.
You so crazy. They know you gonna bring somebody, a neighbor. You know you so crazy. They ain't gonna check me. So, whatever happens,
At the stop sign, turn left onto West Schubert Avenue. In 600 feet, turn right onto North Austin Avenue.
But you get that money, but you look like one of the Einsteins, deposit where Dr. Jekyll's niece, I don't know. You get the money though, right? That's all you look at. So,
At the stop sign, turn right onto North Austin Avenue.
I went into the Army and they're still doing that. There was a guy, maybe I just met him again. There was a young guy at one of these, that could have been him. There was a young guy at one of these jobs in the and he was kind of spacey. He wasn't looking for the he said he was in the Army or Navy. And I already know the nickname that everybody didn't tell you guys. You get a cocktail of different drugs when you first go in. I don't know if they give it to everybody, but a lot of people get that. And it kind of started turning into like me, trying to figure out what's your fears and what's your dislikes and what's your weaknesses. You need to work on these people that want to take your head off. That's where they going. They know they going. They just ain't going. Well, I know I'm going. I'm gonna go kill my kids. Aren't you smart? Aren't you smart? And then you know from there, y'all coming out and let y'all out. Like this again. Oh, you got your butt, my butt. Yeah, we got on the same day. We on the same day. My cousin, my sister, my nephew, my uncle work in the system. Yeah, they work out more than ever. So, yeah, they look out for us. I don't want them to come out. They want to show that. Y'all got hot bags and say, oh, and the people y'all are themselves. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to think for themselves. They don't know how to do critical thinking. Although they like to be critical of others, it's amazing. This is observation. It's not criticism. I'm just observing the truth. People are out here doing so much towards other people, but they don't really have a space. They really need to go somewhere and learn something that will enhance their business rather than trying to bring somebody else up there. God is a breaker downer. I mean, he's a breaker downer of anything.
At the next light, turn left.
See this movie, I'm trying to tell you. I used to go to certain stores or work there. These people that I went there, one was there. Oh, this was boy, they were doing so much. Like, I was supposed to work there. Those businesses are gone. I'm telling you, those businesses are having those schools and arts and all kinds of stuff happen. People don't want them stores no more. People are praying for a replacement. They're praying for a replacement. They are praying. They don't want it.
At the light, turn left onto West Chicago Avenue.
They don't want stores no more. They want something new. They don't want that. They really want something new and fresh. Again, I don't know why people think like people don't want things.
Go past this light and turn left onto West Ohio.
So, the reason why people are bothering individuals is because there was something like a reparation that was approved by God for certain people. And that's why it started coming to light. The people that's trying to disperse it are not native. And so now they thought it'd be real wise to sit up and try and decide who was and who wasn't. Just by eyesight. Or just by okay, oh, okay, we need to get people to anyway, but that's okay. Instead of people that had not sex trafficking, well, they called it slavery back in the day. I think the new day word is, what do you call it? What do they call it? Trafficking, human trafficking. So whatever happened, my washer fluid is low. So whatever happened, people see this. I can't function on topic for too long. People have had maybe put children under some type of bondage, and as they grew, it was supposed to come off, but it did not. And these kids could have been in some type of foster care, some type of watch program, some type of program where people took care of them as long as they did certain things. And when they aged out, they were supposed to get their own freedom and all that, but they didn't get it for various reasons because of systematic issues. And so upon people's death, they actually probably decided, this is wrong. We need to pay these kids for how we've treated them, whether they're their personal children or just children that they call themselves having conservatorship over or slave rights. So whatever the case, these people decided, we're old now, it wasn't fair in the first place that we did this to these people. So, our kids enjoyed all the whatever we were and whatever we had as they grew up, and they should now be sustaining themselves, right? We gave them everything. They have bank accounts, cars, they started businesses, they have husbands and houses, and these people are struggling. They don't have husbands. We've taken their kids, we've taken their ability to really soar in life and really rise up and be great like most. And so in our death, we're going to set them free. We're going to give them something to even get free from. Something to money, okay? Land, property that belongs to them anywhere of all these years. And so seeing this was a large amount of money that most people never had without stealing, killing, and destroying. So as usual, people figure, swiper, we're going to take it. So one of the things in this story, I know it could take place in 1700s, 1800s, I don't know, could be future. These people were preparing to rinse this through some Hollywood trailblazing spots and all that. Take the kids, throw them around, use their skin, eyeballs, whatever, sex parts, they're weird, okay? Weird. And God said, that's a no, you're going to die, right? Do it. If you did it, you just don't get ready. Don't look. It's already written in this story, in God's story, that if you touch certain people, when people told you to stop, you gotta go. So people try it all the time. They do what they want to do, then they end up doing whatever they wanted to do, and then they end up not being so well in life. At no point. And their children are not well, and just life don't get any gooder. Although people make it look good. See, that's pride. Oh, I gotta look like I'm doing good. They're talking about show dogs and pigs. I'm like, what? Show ponies. Listen. So, if Sarah in this story had someone that looked at every aspect of life of who they would leave this to, and they decided that they were going to leave it with Sarah, well, people had already decided that they were going to take it with Sarah. They had already decided that they were going to treat Sarah poorly and do what they wanted to do, and do what they wanted to do, and do what they wanted to do. And so if there was any people being deported, it was because they needed clarity on who was who. So they was trying to narrow it down so that if and when this is dispersed, it would not be any confusion of who got it. So it's kind of like process of elimination, because guess what? People want to keep it for themselves. So in Sarah's case, Sarah became a target because someone was lying knowingly, saying that she was a foreigner, her and her children, when they weren't, because they're what? Dogs, and they will what? Die. Now, that's in the story. So Sarah was to inherit something. It was like reparations for her family. And again, whoever left this was, she's kind of aware of who did it. God showed her in this story. They had looked again at everybody around them, daughters, sons, wives, children, and out of everybody, this was the most responsible, this was the most worthy. This person wasn't hating anybody, not trying to block anybody. Oh no, never, not over my dead body, all that, not in this lifetime. No, none of that. She wasn't cockfighting, fighting over men, doing drugs, alcohol, partying, going to clubs. There's nothing wrong with that. We're talking about Sarah. Sarah wasn't doing any of that. Sarah wasn't right. And remember, Sarah has been watched since childhood. Okay? So there were people that knew this judge, this mayor, this person, and this person watched Sarah grow amongst other children. Again, I don't know if these were slave children or people that they oppressed because of their skin color or because somebody didn't like the mamas or because of racism or slave. Listen, but they watched these people like an experiment all of their lives. Sarah and maybe a handful of others. In somebody's mind and heart, maybe a group, I don't know, but I know one particular person had narrowed it down, it seems like to 3 to 4 people. And they were like, well, how do I disperse this wealth, this alive? And I want to be fair. So again, certain kids had stuff already while alive, while this person was alive. And they swindled it. They got people pregnant they weren't supposed to. They were getting pregnant. They was drugging, aborting, drinking, just rambunctious living, just rambunctious, very rambunctious. No cares in the world. And so he looked at that, but then he kept looking at the one that everybody, and I'm hearing Wicked was the reason, this girl is the reason for Wicked, because all of the other people fitted the suit of what everybody was doing. Everybody was drinking, smoking, everybody in this group was being rambunctious and irresponsible. But this girl was different. But no one liked her, although they knew about her, she didn't know about them. So they treated her like Wicked, like she was evil, but she wasn't. She was a sweetheart. She was charming. Although she didn't have the skin that all the other children had, the other kids, she didn't have that skin color. Okay? She did not. Yeah. So she was considered wicked, but she really was a sweetheart. And no one really knew her, didn't care to. So whenever this decision was made, this person took careful action to find out who she was, although they had been watching. So this government agency or whatever, this story, this whatever, they were watching this film like their lives grow up. Secretly they had people watching, recording that, how she doing, what is her life, right? But in the times of this person's sickness, people were reporting back disturbing things, so they sent somebody else out to watch, send word, and had asked the people and asked them to swear in to be officiates and executors or whatever to this situation. Those people turned to, they were like, we'll just kill that person and take what they got, right? Everybody bodyguard, finish the whole that was somebody decided to be very ugly and evil and take something. But there was one or two people that actually knew about the situation and they sat back and watched it. Could have been like a dirty lawyer, like a city lawyer, a city slick dog that's never nice and always greedy, piggish. I don't know. A lawyer that's a mayor that's what, I don't know. A wannabe lawyer, I don't know, crooked, just putting all kinds of stuff in their name, policy, just greedy. Can't be considered a judge because they like to have a do shady deals and things that they figure if you're a certain tone or color or race or whatever person, especially a woman, they figure you're not worthy of anything. Again, kind of old that thinking. One of them remember, they're trying to steal this. Doesn't matter who's crooked. They're trying to steal it from all of these people. These are not people that necessarily are from whatever the group is. So all of these people that they're soliciting to do all this stuff are in line to receive something. So if they got all these crazy-minded folks believing that they can steal something, all they have to do is let them know it's spelled for it because it's crooked and irresponsible, illegal, and immoral, and nuts. And they thought they can way with it, being ignorant and not breaking. They forfeited their reparations. So any money that they're going to get in the future or that they have now, these people expect to get it. Period. Their children foster care. Because guess what? Ain't nobody gonna live forever. I mean, if people's sisters were involved, brothers, cousins, aunties, God done linked it all up like, how dare you come against my anointed ones? Now you gotta go. That's what it is. People wanted you to go, God's like, no. That is for you, not that one. That ain't their portion. For you, Mr. Miss Disobedient, you want to serve my creation, not the creator myself, you got to go. Yeah, it was heinous. I have nothing to do with it. Just telling my own story. So, all of those people forfeited their riches, their payout. But that was the plan from the devil. The devil did not want those people to have divine order. So this was the reason why people were trying to get people to act a fool so they'll go to jail, they'll get locked up in it. Because some nut decided, which is none of their business, that if these people have a criminal record, they feel like they could be locked up, so let's just check everybody. Oh, this don't have anything? Oh, let's put that on drugs. Oh, this don't have anything? Okay, let's put that on the next one. What is that? Oh, okay, we'll make them homeless and we'll make this law. But we'll just get rid of all the homeless people. do that. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Whatever. See, it's going right back to gas. I didn't even get a chance to enjoy the money. Gotta put it right back in here. I didn't even get to enjoy that little money, y'all. I gotta put it right back in there. Oh man, see, this is how the whole day goes, and you don't make no money. Like 18 here for gas, 20 that, put 25 in there. Boy, the whole freaking budget. This is right back to where I was this morning. Because I'm shopping in there. What I buy? Anyway, I'll be back. I'm back. Okay, guys. So, whatever this is, people had to receive some type of payout restoration something. It was authorized by God. And people were like, nah, keep it. Just got paid out all these people are illegal. Can't say, yeah, I as a whole, the nation, and this book, everybody needed a certain community. Needed to be found raised in community. A conservative what you wear, what you eat, don't care what office you in, don't care what title you gave yourself or somebody gave to you. If you are operating under unofficial, illegal, immoral, insane, improper, all of that condition, you get out my face. Okay? Now, speaking of which in this story, Sarah, remember, whenever you are casting votes for presidency, any office, if you find someone in your community, your city, that you feel is great and suited and really, really, really equipped to serve in a position, you guys have a right to list that person's and maybe take it off the document and sort of all things. I remember, this might be so the ballot, you don't have to vote for if everybody conglomerately vote for who they want. If you put their name on the ballot, read it, look at it online. Presidential ballot, local elections, whatever. There's always a space where you can add another name. And if that person gets the majority of the votes, you put Donald Duck, put Jesus Christ. Remember, the other people are not here to vote. I'm not trying to throw nothing. I'm just saying, people don't read. If you stand there and really look at that ballot, you don't have to look at the TV to make a sound decision. You can literally put yourself in office. But if the challenge most likely you don't have the money for the PR. But again, if you are a good person and you have the people's interest at heart, there is nothing anybody can do. The people have said, survey says, not you popular people who are peak from the local office. And what happens is, you guys can start spreading the word throughout your community that that's who you want. Now, we can start battling with these foreigners, trying to feel because of the friends on the ballot. Everybody?